Transistors, of course, this is one of the main components in the electronic, the transistor. So basically, the transistor can be used in the switching mode or amplification mode. So basically, the transistor has three terminals: base, as you can see, base, emitter, and collector. You can find this kind of transistor. Basically, this is a true Hall technology transistor. We have terminals here, or this kind of transistor, as you can see, a flat transistor or SMT transistor. So we have, of course, a base, emitter, and collector. Of course, there is two types of transistor: NPN transistor and PNP transistor. So you can know the type of the transistor just using this arrow. So when the arrow goes from emitter to the base, as you can see, the arrow is penetrate to the base, means this is a PNP transistor. But if the arrow goes from base to emitter, we can see that the transistor is NPN transistor. So when the arrow is penetrate, means PNP. When the arrow is not penetrates, means NPN transistor. Okay, so the function or the working principle of the transistor is simple. So here, as you can see, the base basically, so when a contrast signal arrives here in the base, it can be basically a very low voltage, like 1 volt, 2 volt, 2.5, etc. So when the base is activated with a contrast signal, so the transistor will be activated. Then the power will pass here from emitter to collector. The power will pass. But if there is no voltage here or no control signal, the transistor will not be activated. So that's why the transistor, we can use it in the switching mode or in the amplification mode. Okay, so let's pass to the next slide. So basically, we're gonna see, of course, the MOSFETs. Of course, the MOSFETs also is among the main important component that you can find in every motherboard or every electronic board. Okay, so basically, the working principle of the MOSFET is the same as the transistor, but there is a slight differences between these two components. So you can find transistors with three terminals. As you can see, this is basically a THT transistor or a true Hall technology device transistor. We have here terminals, gates, okay, gate, collector, and emitter. Or you can find this type of MOSFETs, I mean MOSFETs. This is basically SMD MOSFETs. This is a three-terminal MOSFET. We have gate, drain, and source. Okay, or a MOSFET with 8 terminals, as you can see. So a MOSFET basically with 8 terminals contain 3 terminals for the source, and the 4th terminal is for gate, and the other 4 terminals are for drain. Always the dot, when you find a dot here, the dot means the pin number 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the 3 terminals means the first pin, the second, and the third are connected together, source, and the 4th pin is for the gate, and the other 4 pins are connected together are for the drain. Okay, so the same working principle for the MOSFET. It has basically 2 types: N-channel MOSFET and P-channel MOSFET. Okay, so basically here, as you can see, we have the gate, drain, and source. The same working principle as the transistor. When the gate is activated with a control signal, the MOSFET will be activated and will pass the energy from drain to source or from source to drain in accordance with the type of the MOSFET.